What's up guys, Americana back here with another video. This bull cycle is almost over and it's going to end one of two ways. Whether Bitcoin tops like 2017 or 2021, altcoins always pump the hardest into the final phase. Stick around, I'll show you how to spot it and why altcoins are your edge. Alright guys, we've showed this before, but in orange we have 2021's bull run from bottom to top, and in blue we have 2014's from bottom to top. From a timing perspective, both of these point to a top in October or November of this year. Both suggest that altcoins drastically outperform from here. If all you care about is the timing, that's fine, but I want to dive into specifics about how these tops came in. Let's drop down to the daily chart and look at the differences. Alright, so on chart we have 2017, 2018's blow off top. Again, not something to worry about if you're an altcoin holder because this part of the cycle is where altcoins are the most bullish and they drastically outperform Bitcoin even in a blow off top. Something that's really key to take note of is this concept right here. Bitcoin going into its blow off top, getting a pullback, and getting back to a 702 retracement. What happens during this time is altcoins go into their final parabola. But as you see here, the top in Bitcoin has already come in. It's a final exit pump and the last bit of liquidity entering the market for the next couple of years. Very likely that you've already scaled out of a lot of your coins, but if you're holding anything at this point, you need to sell. So again, this is a blow off top, marked by a pullback, retracement back to the 702, and explosion in the altcoin market. Now let's look at 2021. As I show in other videos and at the beginning of this video, we have plenty of reasons to believe that Bitcoin is in its final phase and that altcoins will outperform, but this is just another variation of how a top could form in Bitcoin. In 2021, we had more of a distribution with strength in Bitcoin, while altcoins are the ones that went parabolic. But again, we had a very similar setup with a pullback in Bitcoin into a 702 retracement, while altcoins went into their final parabola. This is a concept we've seen show up again and again. And like I mentioned for the past cycle, you should have already scaled out of a lot of your coins, but if you see this happen and you're still holding something, you need to get out. It's very prevalent in this video that altcoins outperformed, but even in 2017, we still saw outperformance in the altcoin market. And I could put a bunch of coins on this chart, 5, 10, 15, 20 coins. You'll see a majority of them top into the 702 retracement. I know that was a lot of information, so let's do a quick recap. From a timing perspective, we're looking at an October to November top in Bitcoin. How that top is going to come in has yet to be revealed. But whether it's a parabolic rise or a distribution pattern, we can expect the same thing. And that's a pump in the altcoin market with the final euphoric phase showing up at a 702 retracement in Bitcoin. Again, like I mentioned, you should have scaled out of a lot of coins by this point, but if you're still holding some bags, this is a good sign to exit. That's really it for this video, guys. I appreciate you sticking with me. I know that was kind of a lot to cover at once, so make sure you rewatch it or ask questions if you need something answered. One thing I do want to mention is you need to be looking at this stuff on your own. I'll do my best to update in real time as things happen, but I have my own personal bags, I have clients, and I have a lot of stuff to worry about. And something that happens as fast as this, you need to be anticipating beforehand. Even if I get on here and mention something, if you don't understand the concepts behind it, you likely won't take action. Again, if you're smart, you would have scaled out of a lot of things by this point, but this needs to be on your radar as a macro trigger to exit the market. That's it for this one, guys. Any questions, let me know in the comments. Catch you on the next one.